So welcome to another edition of Inside the Green Room, and today, really special treat. We're here with comedian Tommy Davidson, and I was telling him earlier, I loved In Living Color. I still watch marathons, but I wanted to find out, first of all, how did you get into show business?
You know what? You want to be behind the scenes, now you're behind the scenes. Orbit.
You can't speak with gum in your mouth?
Well, I end up looking like, like Flo from, you remember the show Alice?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Alice.
Kiss my grits.
Kiss my grits. I end up looking like her.
So anyway, how did you get into show business?
Actually, a friend of mine asked me to try comedy. He thought I was funny. He grew up with me around my neighborhood. And I just got a job. I was about 19. I just got a job as an assistant chef at the Ramada Inn, which is a great job.
Wow, you're a cook?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice bonus.
So here I go. I'm calling him saying, hey, I got great news. And he says, you stupid. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're dumb, man. There's no way I'd be working at Ramada if I was funny as you.
That's a nice compliment.
Yeah, so he set up a show for me at a strip club. I'm not lying.
Wow.
He worked there. He said he talked to the manager, and if the girls take a break and I go on stage for I'll do this for this exclusive show. I'll do this show. And the girls take a break, and he said they'll let you on stage. And so for a long time I didn't go down there. I was like, I ain't going down there. And I finally went down there, decided to go down there, and he gave me the mic. And I said, well, what do I say? And he just said, say something.
Just be yourself,
and
right?
From that moment on, from the first word that came out of my mouth, it was a laugh. I haven't stopped ever since.
Wow,
that's really how it happened.
Now, did you do that one show there, or did you go back?
No, I stayed there. I stayed there for probably about 3 months, and people started coming to see me. Word of mouth got out, and then promoters started seeking me out to do work with bigger artists like Kenny G, Patti LaBelle, Luther Vandross.
Wow.
So I started opening these big concerts. Then I did a huge Apollo show, and I met who became my manager, and we went out to LA for 1 week. And I killed everything in sight. So what we did was we took 2 months, saved our money. I sold my little car I had. My manager brought his little Nissan Sentra. We put all our stuff in there. Went out to LA, and that was 28 years ago.
Wow, that's a great career you've had so far.
Yeah.
So looking back in your career, what are some of your favorite moments or times in your career?
Oh man, I can just start from the very beginning. The first was probably just hitting the ground in LA and busting into the clubs. That took a long time, it took like 3 years to break into the clubs. But the first night, I was led into the main room in the Comedy Store, which was the Mecca.
Of course, on Sunset. Yeah, we just had Pauly Shore in here, and
okay, so
started Comedy Store.
Pauly played with me. Pauly, Chris Rock.
Okay.
We all started the same place, but so Mitzi Shore, the owner, she gives me a Friday and a Saturday night in the main room, my first shot, with Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor.
Oh.
4 shows.
Oh my gosh.
Two Friday, 2 Saturday. I'm on after Eddie and before Murphy, or after Pryor and before Eddie.
How nervous were you?
Right in the middle. Not at all.
Not at all? Wow.
Not at all.
And you killed it?
It was history.
Nice.
That was a great moment. And then Arsenio Hall put me on his first show.
Oh yeah.
I did it.
Love
This
that
was before
show.
In Living Color. What else? Robert Townsend put me on his show, Partners in Crime, as a stand-up. And then Keenan met me at the I'ma Get You Sucker premiere, which was a hot movie back then. And he remembered me from being around. And he called me and said, I got the show, I got In Living Color, I'm going to do it. I came in, I got this one.
So what are your favorite memories from In Living Color? Because I just love
Ah,
that
man,
show.
I can just go on and on. I can't.
Okay, what's your favorite character that you
My
did?
favorite character, probably Dragonfly. Sweet Tooth Jones was his karate martial arts teacher with an afro. That was my favorite. But Sammy Davis Jr., Spike Lee, Michael Jackson, Sugar Ray Leonard, playing with Jamie opposite the Ugly Woman. Playing with Jim Carrey opposite Fire Marshal Bill.
Right. Oh, that was great.
So those were like the moments. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
You've obviously been around Hollywood a lot. I always like to ask people, what are some of your favorite Hollywood moments, like big celebrity, encounters?
Let me see. There were so many.
I
That
know.
night at the Comedy Store was really big. Yeah, like when I met Eddie Murphy. I couldn't talk for the first 2 weeks. Hey, hi, what's up? How you doing? It was really kind of awkward. Here's the moment. I was in New York City, and I was with Tracy Morgan at the Saturday Night Live show, taping on Saturday Night Live. And I had auditioned for Saturday Night Live before In Living Color.
Okay.
And I had a one-on-one meeting with Lorne Michaels, just me and him in the office.
Intimidating.
And he proceeded to tell me how he didn't want a black comedian on the show, and how, you know, you have to make yourself neutral, and, you know, that's what we need from you. Eddie Murphy was a mistake, and all this stuff. And so I told him, well, I'm black, so I can't change that. And so it was over. And that was kind of like, it wasn't intimidating, but that could have been intimidating if I wasn't so self-actualized as a person. I'm confident in my ability, so, and who I am. So years later, I go to the after party for the Saturday Night Live show. This is a big moment for me. And Robert De Niro was the guest. So everybody's kind of like, oh my God, Robert De Niro, look at him, he's over there. And he's over there talking to his wife at the table and Lorne Michaels, you know? And so nobody would say hi to him, and I felt like I wouldn't have another chance. So I just walked right up to him and I said, look, I just don't want to disturb you, but I just want to say I love your work. And he went, oh man, Tommy Davidson, I love you. You're great.
Wow.
Why don't you sit down with us? And Lorne Michaels got up and left. So that was like a huge,
of course,
huge moment.